What's up, guys? My name is Justin. Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on iRacing for Production Car Challenge PCC in the Renault Clio at Summit Point. And this is an interesting one and a very new one, and one I'm equal parts scared and excited for because we have rain. This is a week that has about a 50% chance of rain, but track is wet right now. It rained before, prior to what our forecast was, and so the track is very lightly wet, but obviously it's slippery out there. I don't know for sure if the Clio dry tires are slicks or if they're grooved or not, but they sure feel like slicks because I was about 7 seconds slower, at least six and some change seconds slower on this tire than I was in a totally dry session. So I think we have to start dries because our chance of rain is small moving forwards. We'll finish somewhere around here, so it's going to be like 3 to 10%. I have no idea if we're going to get caught out by that. It doesn't seem like. I don't know. I don't really know what to do. I don't know if I should be starting on dries or wets. This guy was a couple seconds slower. I don't know what tire he was on. I mean, I really don't know. I guess it depends on what the forecast looks like here and how far we jump ahead. I'm on dries right now, but we'll see. I really don't know what to do because it's like I said, the track is very lightly wet. So with this many cars on it, it's going to dry. I tried dry in practice. It was slip and slide. I was thinking wet. Don't know how much it'd dry out. Dries will be death. Colin's disconnected, so the other Clio is gone. There is another Clio, so that's for what it's worth. We'll see if he jumps back in, but so technically it isn't solo for me. It's a couple of cars out here. So now I definitely think we should try driving, starting on the wets, or excuse me, starting on the dries, just to see what it's like if it's not going to get any wetter. Although it did dump to 120, so 25 minutes roughly race end is just going to barely be a chance of rain. It is pretty windy as well. That'll help dry the track. Very lightly wet. Again, it's going to dry out fast if we get cars running around here, even though it's pretty foggy and wet and cold. But this is how we learn. I guess if it's just us, if Colin doesn't come back in by grid time, I guess we'll start in the dries and see what happens. Maybe the right call, maybe the wrong call. I don't know. I've never driven a lap of this car in the rain at any track ever. So probably not the best thing to jump right into. It's unfortunate that he disconnected. I was looking forward to having the challenge of having to fight for this. I think I was going to start on dries anyways. Everybody's saying that wets are the move, but obviously they're not as experienced nor as skilled as I am. We'll see how it goes.
Thank you. Yes. Yes.
We'll see how it goes. I think I'm going to go dry. I think that's the faster way, especially if it dries out here in a couple laps. So we'll see what it's
Yo, are
like.
Miatas going dry or wet tires?
Again, we were way slow, but I assume these
Wet.
guys were all in wets. But really, 2.5
Wet.
seconds is a lot. So we'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll die. Maybe we'll be terrible.
Doesn't look like
It's
there's
very
any rain
slow.
coming, but I don't know if it'll dry out.
We'll see. But we're going to go dry.
It's cloudy, so I don't think so.
All right, we're gonna do testing. We'll see how this goes. No idea if it'll be good or not. Again, still working on the computer upgrades, PC stuff. It's in the works. It's all here. It's sitting next to me, but it is not installed yet. So we'll see how it goes. And hopefully this is fun. So FPS still gonna suck, but we'll see. And hopefully it goes well. Hopefully it's fun. Hopefully you enjoy it.
Justin.
Hi, Dakota. If I die, don't laugh too hard. All right, we'll see. Dakota's a K5
I've
guy.
learned my lesson too much from Nebon's races. I refuse to put dries on.
It's definitely not wet enough for wet in this amount of rain, and it definitely won't be once we get a couple laps in, but you gotta survive those first 2 laps, so that's the key.
Of course.
I don't know. I've said the same thing about like the Homestead race and shit, and it just never dried out fast enough for me.
Well, it's very lightly wet, so I think even in the Mazda, this is probably dry tire weather. All right.
Man, this would be the one time I decide to put wets on, and it will bite me in the ass.
I don't know if the 86, I think the 86 has groove slicks, right? But this is 100% dry tire weather if it dries out any more from here.
I'm fucked.
I don't know. It's pretty slick, and it's not very warm, so it might just stay wet.
And I missed my start.
Guess I'm gonna find out the hard way.
Yeah, hopefully they have fun. I
Yo,
know we're not
Meta,
going to be
move
fast.
space, man.
We're not going to be as fast
This
as
is gonna be a
the
massacre
um,
to
the
closer.
Mazdas and the
Please
86s anyways. I
Make
just
some
don't have
space,
that
make
kind of
some
pace.
space.
But hopefully Dakota goes well. I assume he's in the 86, although I don't know. We're going to be slow. We're going to be slipping all over the place, especially
Worst
in these dry
case
tires. But
scenario,
if it does start
you're
to
12.
dry,
I mean,
we'll
it is
learn.
what it is.
Just got to keep it on the island, basically, which I feel comfortable about. Obviously, we're
There's
not
not
racing
many
anybody,
straights here
unfortunately.
anyway.
But we'll see how it goes. I'm nervous for it because I don't
True.
want to die,
Well,
obviously,
it's a
or
good thing I'm
get
not a crew chief, 'cause
dive bombed
I'm
and killed.
terrible at
But
strategy.
we'll see how it goes. So hopefully it's fun. Hope
Yeah,
you all
I mean,
enjoy
you got
it.
the
Make
main
sure to drop
straight,
that
so
like,
you
sub
can
down
catch up in
below,
the turns,
and
if it's even remotely
yeah, I'm
wet,
scared. We'll
you'll
see
be
how this
fine.
goes. I think that this car is on dry tires,
I
like
don't,
slick
I don't
tires.
get
So
the point
we'll see.
of
But
overtake
we'll get the
all
BMWs to go away, and
the
hopefully we can
86
stay a little bit
because
ahead of the
you're a
Mazdas and
Miata, and
86s,
why?
and we'll get to it.
I
So
mean,
let's do it.
It's a great case.
BMW should run away from us, so that'll be good. I don't want to get in there, crash in turn one, obviously. Alright, we are away. Start is underway. Again, we're on the dries. We gotta be a little careful. FPS is struggling quite a bit, but it's not the end of the world. We are gonna have to break at about 400 here in this amount of wetness for turn one.
You see? Stupid motherfucking Miata.
Bro, why did you accept? You sent me into the fucking off track and I ghosted to the pit lane.
Sounds like everybody's having fun.
Why break for the incident?
Yeah, it's dry.
My brother, why did you do that?
It's definitely dry.
Yeah, I got it right. I was on dries and some fuck, man.
It's
Is
already
it dry
more
enough,
drippy than
though?
Q.
What are you talking about?
You gotta be careful, but it's definitely dry tire weather.
I mean, the water trail is not that big, so I guess it fits.
Definitely dry tire weather.
Hey, Marco, I want you to know that that was your fault.
We're still gonna get passed here by the 86s because they're faster anyways,
Can
and
someone
they're gonna be
explain
better in
why
the
the
dry.
fucking Miata
By
I was
better
wondering
dry,
why
I
I
should say.
wasn't
but
making a time like those in the front, but I just realized everyone is all those people are in BMWs.
all right, so we survived one. Again, it's only gonna get better if we don't get any more rain, and I think it's dry tire from here. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it plays out. Obviously, we're not gonna fight anybody.
Rain on my
No need.
windshield.
I don't think there's any rain. I think that's all
That's
spray.
probably just spray from the car in front of you.
Yo, Marco, you're lost if you think I slammed into the back of you. Rewatch that. You cut in front of me.
Definitely approaching dry in turn one. These corners here, these slower corners up the next couple are a little bit trickier.
Please
But
don't
it's
argue.
definitely dry there.
Can there be a safety car in this race if there's a big enough crash?
Yeah, that was that's pretty dry. Not perfectly
Oh.
dry, but it's pretty dry. And same deal through here.
Damn it, that would give me a big fucking break.
Slippery through here for sure. But again, that's a very slow corner. This also very slow corner. But still dry tire conditions for sure. You can survive it. Curious what our pace is going to be. We ran what? 27, some 26.9 or something in Q. Hopefully Richard here doesn't run me over in the last corner and can just go down the front stretch.
It's wet.
I can't turn too much because otherwise the car will just fucking understeer like shit.
Don't really want to fight Richard, so yeah, we're already down to 25.8 on the very first lap here, so.
Hey Dylan, do you have wet tires or dry?
So interesting, I love that this is like 50-50. I'm really glad that PCC has this where it's, you know, kind of 50-50 weather. I hate it for official racing. I mean, it's not fun to have to make this move. I don't mind rain, but having to play the strategy like this, if you choose wrong and your race being done, kind of sucks, but
14, that was insane,
It's an
dude. I
interesting
really
thing.
appreciate you destroying me.
but
He just
still
moved
good.
across the track like nobody was there.
Still okay. So the track definitely going to dry out here, but for now still wet. Definitely going to let all these guys go here. Or just go right there, I guess, which is fine. Now we'll get some spray on the windshield. That was quite the send by Igor. That's okay. Trying to avoid the curbs, survive. I think this is the tire to be on, because even if it's wets, yes, you're going to be faster, but those things are going to not hang out well. So I think it's definitely dry tire amount of rain for track grip. I have no idea if that means that this wet would be faster. Again, I haven't run a single wet lap in this car at any track, so this is as wet as I've ever gotten in the Clio. But we're still doing okay. I would let Dudley go here, but again, he's not quite fast enough in the right spots to catch me where I can just let him go. Again, we're just hanging, chilling. I'm in no rush here. Obviously, we're not fighting anybody. We're going to get a little bit ironing, maybe 6 or 8, but nothing crazy. We need 6 to get back to where we were pre Ford GT2 Daytona week. We gained that 15 and we lost that 24. It was not a great week.
You were blocking me. What are you talking about?
I said to both of you, man, take it easy.
So
Okay.
it feels plenty safe, plenty comfortable here on the dry tire. We're just, again, we're not as fast as the 86s, but we never are anyways, so that's not really a good metric. Yeah, if we're in the high 25s,
Oh, it wasn't even you. It
I
was
think it's
Marcus,
too.
sorry.
I think it's too dry.
Yeah, you was the other.
Too grippy.
No, yeah, that guy's an ass. He just keeps blocking.
Oh, these guys are all over the place here.
Yeah, I just got nervous. I was watching you class.
You gonna report him? Or contest at least?
I mean, we didn't get an incident, so probably not.
No idea what the guy next to me is doing there, but he hung out there. That's fine. We're good. We made it alive.
Shane, you're an asshole.
Oh, got out
What
in
the fuck?
in the puddles in the kitty litter. Right,
It's
let Dudley
raining
go
again.
here. I don't think it's raining. I'm almost certain it's not raining, in fact, but
At least it looks like it is.
I don't think so. It's just the spray.
It's not as bad as the last race, though.
And it is raining right now.
I don't think it is.
Thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I should have let you go a couple laps ago. I thought I could hang on because I was faster on the straights, but should just let you go. It's my fault.
I mean, I'm still able to maintain control of the car, though. I just don't remember if I had dries or wets.
We'll just hang out.
Dude, what are you fucking doing? Dude?
Sounds like everybody else is having a lot of fun at least. So yeah, I really need to, again, get this PC stuff figured out as far as the upgrades getting put on.
Yeah, just come out of the
like
pit,
I said, we'll kind of
immediately
talk.
just
But
merge out of
I
the
gotta
fucking
figure out a couple
racing
things
line and
again.
just
Here,
take
still
out
gotta
second
pay
place.
attention to
Super
drive.
cool, dude.
But anyways, all the stuff is here. It's ready to go on the PC. Got
It ain't me.
plan together to get everything installed with some help from family. So that'll be great. Between now and then, hopefully we'll have a couple more videos recorded, so you'll probably
Is
not
it the
see
yellow
for about a
BMW
week.
that's talking?
Probably not see for a week the videos when I get everything working again. Hopefully, fingers crossed, knock on wood. A little bit understeer there.
I love when the car just does what it wants in a corner I've taken the same time in 6 laps.
I'll bump draft you, Matthias.
So yeah, pace is still decent. Again, we're just hanging, just chilling. Need to just stay alive here. We're not going anywhere, so. I definitely think that it's probably dry
Why
weather
though?
tire.
Why?
Or dry enough for dry tires, I should say. Just based on my feeling, again, not having
Get in
driven
front
the
of
car
Marcus.
in that much rain, it doesn't feel like it's slippery enough to justify the pace loss that you'd have when the wets start to overheat, and especially down the front straightaway for sure. So I don't think there's a right
I'm on
answer. They're
dry,
probably
but
both.
the track's going relatively well.
They're probably both equally viable in this amount of wetness, which is really interesting, and I kind of like that. It also makes it really frustrating if you were to experience this and then see something else. I mean, I don't think I'd be too much different pace on the wet tire. Again, it is still slippery and wet, but we'd probably be, you know, at best, at the very best, I assume, like a second faster, which is irrelevant.
Jesus fucking Christ!
I'd rather do this and be learning in the slight rain with the dry tire than the other way around. Not learning anything running on the wet for sure. So still in good shape. We're behind 3 of the 86s. Not sure how many Mazdas will come past us, but again, we're not going to fight anybody. Our fellow Clio disconnected, unfortunately, after Q. But I'm having a good time. FPS still sucks, but again, plan to work on it, so we'll see. 21's going to let some of these guys go. We'll try not to run him over if he's letting other people go there. 25.5, again, that is a big toe assist also. We're still doing okay. Oh, Dakota's dead, unfortunately. Oh, that's no good.
Number 30, I was gonna let you by. Sorry. Didn't mean to block you there. Sorry, Trent.
All good, all good.
This is
Yeah,
definitely
because
an
I was
adventure.
gonna give you the space by
I watched
swerving to the right, but I
Kyle's
didn't
video.
think you
I
were going
watched
to go
Bob's
through the
video.
pit
They
lane
looked
exit.
like a lot of chaos and insanity with their varying amounts of rain. I think Bob had less rain than I did. Kyle had more rain than I do. But they still looked like they had crazy races, so I'm glad that ours isn't like that. Pat too isn't here. There, you see him leading BMWs. We saw him a couple weeks ago in USF here. Don't worry about me, Dudley. Even when I catch you, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just solo here.
Prove it.
So, yeah, we'll just hang out here. We won't fight anybody behind us if they want to take a run at us, but I think our pace is pretty much equaled out right now. Some disconnects. Those of you that are smart people, my main concern, I guess, with my performance right now is I installed my new graphics card and didn't really get any benefit, as you can see, and it is still close to maxing out. When I install the new CPU, is that going to take some of the strain and stress off the graphics card so it's allowed to work better, while also obviously helping improve performance and frames and everything
18, what the
else?
fuck are you doing?
Or did I not get a strong enough graphics card to make a difference? I don't know which. I'm not smart enough to know which when it comes to that type of stuff, so tell me your thoughts. But regardless, we'll deal with it. Hopefully the CPU will be a good thing and we can go from there. But
Come on.
just got a couple more races to survive, and then hopefully we can get some upgrades done. So big thanks to
Get
my
out of the way,
family for
Winston.
giving me tips and advice, help. Spencer and especially Tyler have been huge helps to this whole build progress that's been going on for like a month now, as you all know. So it's in the works. We're getting hopefully towards the closing stages. I'm very confident in being able to install the thing, and then hopefully it'll work well. Just working right now with Tyler on some BIOS and stuff, so we'll see how it all comes together. I'm not smart enough to know the whole process, but hopefully it comes out okay. So we're doing okay here. I have no idea how many laps this race is going to be. I would assume we're coming up towards halfway here now. Yeah, just like right at halfway, so that's good. We'll probably have 17 to 18 laps roughly, because the pace where we're at in this wet right now is basically Clio pace, 26, 27, 28 roughly. The very fastest Clio laps I ever ran here in really cold track temp, low fuel, Q trim on the slick tire were like 25s. But usually we're in the, you know, mid to high 26s, maybe low 27s if it was really hot in solstice. So we're roughly that pace. I know that they did usually 17 laps around here, just based on the Mustang traffic and such. So we had a race off camera since the last road race you saw in the GT2, which you saw the other day, the group race from a week ago. I ran one more and was one of two forwards. The other forward died pretty early, so I was just cruising and still managed to get killed because that's how my week went last week, just a lot of death. So that was unfortunate, but we did gain 3 irony out of it. Because we won, because we were the only one left at that point, which was good. So that's why I said I needed the 6 to get back to where we were pre-Daytona week, pre-everything. I also have, hopefully, supercars this week to record. They're at Okayama, which would be great. It was 25-1, so definitely dry tire. Maybe that's why we're so much faster this guy in the straight, is because he's on a wet tire. But anyways, supercars Okayama, K5 obviously, the drying track series at Vegas. And Ford GT2 and Pro GT is at Hockenheim. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Again, gonna have to do some work on those things in the coming days to make sure we get races in for that. But hopefully we're gonna be able to get those done. It's a huge lead for Pat. He is just killing all these guys. Not sure what tire he's on, but whatever he's doing is just demolishing all these guys. Although it sounds like there was a crash up at the front of the BMW field for like second, third, somewhere in there. So that's probably part of it at least. But Pat's also very good. Both Pats, as we know. So yeah, I know this is, again, pretty boring race. Just me solo. We're not with any group friends or anything. Just chilling. But I needed to get a race in as a Thursday vid. No vid yesterday. Apologies for that. But again, have a couple more things yet to record. This is just the number one, the easiest, and I figured this would be the hardest on frames. So while we had a chance to get a race in, I took it while I knew everything was working. And yeah, so we're cruising along here. Just about 9 minutes to go. It's all good.
18, you're blinking really bad, dude.
I think we are fast enough to go past this guy.
Sorry,
for
who's
sure.
that?
BMW behind was just hanging in line, which is great with me. Let him go on the right here.
18, you're blinking really bad, is what I said.
Let this guy go also. For this upcoming corner. There we go, Santiago. I'll just lift for him since he's having some issues with the car ahead. I think wet tire, let me say this, I'm perfectly capable and confident on the dry tire around here that if I had to push, I could go faster, especially if we weren't just riding behind Dudley here.
Bad place to give space.
But if I had to go harder, I feel confident that I could and be
Sorry about that, Larry.
in the 24s pretty easily. Maybe faster, I don't
Dude,
really know. I'm not really
18,
keeping
you're
an eye on the
actually an idiot,
forecast.
dude. Come on, man. That was
forecast is one of these. Yeah, still no rain right now, so definitely still dry. Again, it's drying ever so slightly. It's still pretty wet, but it's definitely dry tire weather for those that are confident and have a lot of laps and know what they're doing. We are going to pass Dudley here, though, just because we have such a run and we got some free space.
What, dude, why? Like, I don't...
But,
Why?
Anyways,
Like, Benjamin, why, dude?
let's see if we can run
You
away
actually
now.
turned into me. I tried to avoid it, but I just couldn't.
What, dude, why
I
are
think
you
I could
even
run a
pulling
lot
up
faster, though,
alongside me in that
anyways.
corner, dude? Like, you're not gonna go around me.
People are
Because
upset.
there was a fucking gap. You just closed in on me. You just turned in on me. It was light, but I tried to fucking brake to avoid slamming into you and sliding you out, but
So I feel confident we
You
can run
just didn't look in
faster,
your
but
mirror.
this sounds like it's been a
I
pretty
had nowhere to
hectic
go,
week
dude.
for
It's
everyone
literally
involved.
like the worst possible place to go too wide on this track, and you just like fully sent it in there, bro. I don't know what to expect. Like, it was a closing gap, dude. Like, it might have been there, but like my car was moving in that direction, and there's nothing.
Dude, shut up. Damn.
Same.
38, please, dude. Come on, let me just go.
People are upset, it sounds like. They're not having a good time. Probably to be expected, but
38, dude. Come on, dude. What?
Got very scared when I saw that guy slide. That
Like,
he's going
dude,
to overcorrect.
you're literally in 10th place. I'm fighting for 5th, bro. Like, you're not even... I can't even see the next Toyota, bro. And you're overtaking me to try... Like, for what?
I didn't even know you were 5th in the first place.
So I think we have good pace. Yeah, definitely could run much faster.
Did you see all the traffic I'm trying to fight against?
So now
Yeah, dude,
obviously
we
it's
all are,
definitely
bro.
dry tire now.
The guy in front of me was a back marker. Like,
I think we can probably catch all these 86s if we push. Not going to push too hard. Obviously, we're not fighting for anything, but it's definitely
all we
dry
had to do was
tire
wait
weather.
another 150 feet and start it all out on the straight. But
I just went through the corner and there's a lot of space so that you could have stayed out and out.
You're in 10th, I'm in 3rd.
Track's drying, I think.
Of course it's drying. Also wasn't, again, that wet to start with, but what I was saying before
The
that
track is
fight
like
broke
basically
out,
anywhere. You just have all the space that you can to just
they'd shut up.
avoid turning into me.
Anyways, so what I was saying
yeah,
is if
you're
you're
right. I
not
should be staring
confident,
in my mirrors
Oh my
and
God.
avoiding the person careening into a corner and a gap that's closing. Like, I should just be looking behind me as I'm going forward. My responsibility to do that.
all right, guys, it's not that serious. It's still PCC.
Bro, can you two for real shut up?
Yeah, 22.8. So we are within 2 seconds now of what I was doing in the dry. So definitely dry tire weather. But what I was trying to say is that this is definitely that was the kind of weather to
Dude, I
start
just
there.
been through that corner again.
These guys
Again,
need to
there's
stop.
just enough space for you. So you could have just not...
All right, seriously. Definitely, if you're not
Shut
confident on
the
the
fuck up.
dries, definitely starting the wets
If you didn't
safer.
notice, the dude in front of
Fine.
me was checking up and going super slow, so I was either
All right,
going
we
to run
need
into
to
the back of him.
Submit some voice protests.
Or
'Cause
take
these guys need
evasive
to shut
action.
the fuck up.
Racing, it's iRacing. It's iRacing.
It's,
A little
anyway,
bit deep
it's just
in
a
there. We
racing
didn't die.
incident. It happens.
We're good. Not dead. Again, I think there's more pace
I
in
didn't
this.
try to
Pushing a
purposely
little harder now. I
run
don't
you
really
off the
want to
track.
put these guys
There's
up in
just
front
enough
of us
space for you to not turn
if
into
we can
me.
help
That's
it.
all.
But
End of the discussion.
what I was trying to say, if I can just finish my point, damn, it's been like
Can you
20
guys just
minutes,
type it in a paragraph in a protest? Holy shit.
is that if you're not confident,
I'm not
starting
even
the
gonna
wets,
protest
it's
that. It's not
safer.
even worth it. It's just an incident.
You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
I'm just talking about
Probably
you and
definitely
Shane
safer.
shutting up forever.
A little bit wide there we ran, but we're okay. We'll
I
just stay
just said
behind
end
this
of
guy.
discussion, so take it as you will.
Yeah, so shut up and get each other,
22.6.
please.
Unmap that talk button from your fucking wheel, Ben, please.
You know, you can bind a mute button also, just so you know.
That literally defeats the purpose of this whole thing.
Bitching about everyone else talking when you can just, like, solve the problem yourself. Like, instead of making other people do shit, like, try and figure out what you can do to fix your
These
problem.
guys are crazy. Not to be unexpected.
Dude, you're really
still
cool at
PCC,
parties, I bet.
But yeah,
I mean, I'm not the one that's just, like, shitting on everyone for having a discussion, but...
discussion's one thing. That was an argument.
Who is everyone? It's literally you and Ben.
I'm not even talking anymore, by the way.
Probably just a couple to go here. Pat will catch us again.
It's just so funny
No
because you guys are
problem, we get
literally
two
going
to
to
go.
forget about this shit. Come on.
I'm not even arguing anymore. I'm just focused.
So we'll get by Richard here. I feel okay making this move. Since he's not really up to the 86 ahead.
I hate Miata.
That was probably
I'm just trying to race, man. I don't want any part of these shenanigans.
not great by me, but I thought I could get
Yeah, I'm
further
on your
along
right.
there. Not my best move there, overtaking Igor. Hope that doesn't cost him anything. Really thought I could get through there better, but that's my fault. I'm sorry, Igor. That was poor decision making by me. Get through this guy. Pat will catch us on the next straight. Pat should get the white flag. And it'll be all good. Alright, well this has been eventful. One more lap to win, even though we were the only one to start. But I learned a lot. It's been a good race. We kind of sort of had Justin's chat and therapy drive, but not really. But I feel good about our pace. I feel good about what I learned as far as how the drying track works. Again, it's always all about learning, especially when you can run the dry tire, which I haven't really gotten to do in K5. Obviously, it's a totally different car, but it's my main PCC car. So good to learn that. Looks like Igor should be able to hang on from Richard here unless he has an absolute disaster of a last lap, so that's good. That was just a mistake by me passing him where I did. I thought I could get through there a little better, but again, appreciate all love and support.
Anybody can hear me?
Appreciate all the understanding and patience while I'm still working through the PC issues again and the upgrades and stuff that I'm working on, so thank you all for being understanding of that. I hope the video quality isn't too bad. Hope you all are having a great Thursday. Rodrigo in the 9, who is either fourth or second, depending. I don't know if that was a crash or what happened. Is going to be 3 seconds behind us, but shouldn't catch us here in the last couple corners. Always love Summit Point. Always love a good race. Again, hopefully we get the 6 ironing we need to get back to even from about a week and a half ago. And I'll consider that a success. Good 0x race. It was a lot of fun. I enjoy it. Good to be back in PCC. Been a couple weeks. Tracks I didn't own. Just schedule stuff, busy stuff, but we didn't end up with any more rain in this race, which was good for my frames for sure. Good race, everyone.
What are you doing, dude?
Oh, okay. Nope, we're going to argue somewhere. Cool.
Sebastian, like, seriously, dude.
Hey, Nate, good race, bro.
We'll take that.
38, you just collected some freebies there.
What'd I do again?
I mean, this is an
No, you
entry-level
just got
series.
2 free spots. Those guys crashed.
It's a D-class learning
Yeah,
series.
well, this time it ain't my fault. That's for sure.
So it's all about, getting better as a driver, learning, having fun for sure, obviously. So people taking it. I mean, it's a serious
What
series.
even
There's still
happened up
people
there?
running for
You were
points and
closer to
running at
me.
the front, but still mistake there. It's okay to have good races and bad races, and things go good and bad. It's all about learning. We'll get out of the car first before we type out to Igor.
Why did this random backmarker just intent wreck me at the last corner, bro?
These guys need to shut up.
This
Honestly.
lobby is just full of, like, holy smokes, bro.
So good 0x for me. Happy with that, obviously. Good race. Don't know what number Igor is. Hopefully we can find him here. Dakota had a rough race. He ends up with a 2x. We'll see where he finished shortly. I don't know where Igor is. Igor. Did I miss him? He's 28. So he from Brazil, 1x, and 1 GRD6 class. That was cool. Good for him. Let's go check out the results real quick before I respond to him. Let's see how much rating we get, how much safety rating we get. Plus 15, we'll take that. So that means we're back plus 9. So we're only 6 away from where we were after the first the first Ford GT2 race last week. Again, still no idea if dries were the move or not, but I had fun. I learned a lot for sure. So that was a benefit regardless. Again, not the most exciting race ever, but still fun for me. So I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll be on to what's next. Again, like I said, still got supercars to do, still got Proto GT to do in K5. So lots of stuff still coming this week, and then PC upgrades on the horizon. So keep an eye out for that. Appreciate you all so much. Make sure you drop that like, sub down below if you're new. Don't want you to miss any of the action from iRacing, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. No. Every time. I'm just in such a rhythm. Need for Speed Porsche Unleashed is what we're playing right now, I promise. Camaro content, track day content, anything else. So, yeah, I'm going to take myself to bed now and hope you all have a great day. So that's going to be it. Till next time, as always. Bye-bye.